This is a Christian-based girl talk. Disclaimer. Welcome back to my channel. You can call me Juju, Jules, or J Cal. And we back with bangers, back. So sorry I wasn't on YouTube live, but we finally in ATL, y'all. Maybe I'll do a apartment tour, I'm not sure, but yeah. I also locked my hair. I didn't tell y'all, but I locked my hair when I came out here. Just stay tuned. I'm not sure what this video will be, but you should know in the title. Hey girls, so we are doing a girl talk today. With this girl talk, we're just gonna touch on basically things that goes with like getting our mental health together, things that I apply in my life that should work. Just my point of view. Again, my name is Jalicia. I go to Georgia State. I'm getting my master's in social work. I am 22 years old. I hope you go back and watch all those previous videos to get like a insight on myself. I do plan to update y'all, so we're gonna get that together as well, because I have moved to another state and city, and yeah, life been lifing, but we here now. So yeah, let's get to it. Okay, let's get down to business. First point is we are going to talk about, I feel like the foundation of this video should be and should start with, girl, start your relationship with God. And I say that to say I was running like for so long, and being on this walk, I realized if I just would have said yes, I would have like skipped all the loneliness and abandonment and pride and everything not good that I felt. Of course, those feelings still like kind of like spur up sometimes, but he is always right there, and you know, he comforts me, he holds me accountable. When life is hard, that's even when it's not hard, that's how much our relationship has grown. I just love him. I want to be near him even when I'm fine. I pray that we all can get to that point, because it is a foundation of like taking care of yourself and being a light in the world that he calls us to be. Y'all knew it was coming. We have to talk about boys, men, whoever you want to call them. I believe that we should date. You should date, but we should also be mindful and intentional on dating. This is a Christian-based girl talk. Disclaimer. I am the way your time. With boys, I think that we should just be intentional about choosing, and I think that goes in paying attention to the little things. It's something called the fruits of the spirit, and that is patience, kindness, humility, self-control, and all those little things. Be mindful of the timing of this interaction, but reflect on the interactions. Like I said, I believe you should take it to God. It shouldn't be a self decision. What did God say about it? Is this even a time for a boy? In our 20s, it should be about us. Of course, it's instances where women have been with men since high school, or other instances where they meet a guy and he's a man of God and he's following steadfast for the Lord, and that's great. That's good. But in the other situations, I think that we should always just move with intention, and I think God is a very intentional God, so rely on his understanding, not your own. How to get over an ex. Being steadfast in the Lord, I stopped running from him. You know, in his word, he says, he basically lists what a man is, and there's so many examples in the Bible. It's just certain things that a man that cares about you, sees you. To be loved is to be seen. A man that cares and loves you will do what he says he's going to do, show up for you, especially in hard times, not make you sin or bring you closer to sin. If anything, he will pull you away. He can see himself. He understands himself. He understands his likes and his dislikes. He understands his foundation. He humbles himself under God. That's what he does. He humbles himself under God. We should seek men who, I feel like humility is such a great characteristic. Like a humble man submit to some type of authority. If you want to talk about, because I did struggle, and I do want to touch on, like, you know how you can have thoughts of like reminiscing of those times, and of course that would happen, because of course it was good memories, good and bad, but sometimes the good, they just keep hitting you, and it makes me think of when God says, I don't know what verse it is, but it says something about returning to your own vomit. God removes and he replaces, even if you don't know the reason. just know that that reason was for your greater good. You know, he promised us glory to glory. He takes care of his daughters. That's all it is. He take care of his daughters. So if I'm waiting on glory to glory and I'm waiting on God's timing and I'm moving on my own, then I am going to be okay with waiting for the man who opens the door for me, the man who listens when I want to talk about my feelings, a man who sees me. And when I say see you, all the little things, the moles that I have on my lip, the moles that I have on my foot, how I do this little thing with my mouth when I'm eating, I'm not sure, but you know, little stuff like that that even goes along with you. So we should just be intentional and stop wasting our time on things that we know will not come to any greater fruition. So yeah, be intentional, girl. Be intentional. Love yourself. You really have to choose obedience over satisfying a desire for that present moment. Really just sitting in it and allowing God to move, because he's going to move. That's his being. That's his characteristic. That's him. Let him do it, you know. Enjoy the single season. That's what I'm doing. I'm enjoying the single season. Doing my makeup. I'm going to the gym. I'm drinking my gallon of water a day. Humble yourself under God and allow him to be God. We should be women that are self-aware. Hang in there. And I think that goes into journaling, reflecting on your thoughts and your actions that day, interactions with yourself. Are you speaking highly of yourself? How are you talking to yourself? It's a such thing as negative self-talk and positive self-talk. We should be mindful of how we interact with others. Are you speaking life out of your mouth? Are you speaking death? How are you talking to your sister? How are you talking to your brother? How are you talking to your mom? How are you talking to your dad? How are you talking to the woman that you met or seen in a grocery store? Did you say, excuse me? How are you treating the cars when you're driving? Are you letting people over? Be mindful of how you showing up in the world. Like I said in this video, God tells us to be a light in the world. Are you being that light? Are you moving in darkness? Just because you have like bad circumstance or something isn't going right in your life doesn't give you the right of way to move in darkness. We should still be lights in the world. I think it just comes with holding ourselves accountable and having self-awareness. And sometimes, ladies, self-awareness can be hard. I'm going to be transparent and vulnerable here. I had to be real with myself in certain aspects to where, you know, this friendship is making me insecure. This friendship is making me insecure. The way that I'm showing up in spaces like it's making me insecure. Why am I insecure? What is making me feel that way? Why do I feel inadequate? Am I talking to myself properly? I used to talk to myself so badly, but now confidence, being grounded in yourself and not confidence that is comparing. The spirit of comparison, we rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Not confidence that compares you to other women. We don't want that confidence. That's society confidence, and we don't move on society's standards. We don't. We move off God's. I know that I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I know that I'm the good thing. I know that God took a man's rib and he made me. But I know that I am grounded in that. And that applies to every woman that I see. It's not a confidence that's like, I'm better looking than her. I'm smarter than her and all these other things. God made us intentionally. Like I said, intentional God. He said, Jalecia, you are going to have 2 moles on your face. You are going to be extremely sensitive and you're going to be very opinionated and all these other things. And he may say you're going to have small lips. You're going to be bubbly at times, and sometimes you're going to be an introvert. But the thing is, no matter how different it is, to be grounded in whatever, you know, God has given you, imprinted on my heart. And I think that if you having a hard time with fighting that type of confidence, you take it to God and you let him know that I'm having a hard time seeing myself how you see me. Lord, I want to see myself how you see me. I want to view other people how you view them. What hurts your heart, I want it to hurt mine. I don't want to be a mindless human being. I don't want to be an unintentional woman showing up in this world. With that, girl, with the self-awareness, with journaling, with all that stuff, please have grace for yourself. I know that it can be hard with self-reflecting and having awareness because you see stuff that's not good. Just to be really negative, pessimistic. And I think that when I realized that, you can realize something in you that's not right. and you can change that. You don't have to shame yourself. Shame is not from God. Shame is from the enemy. God does not shame us. He's going to reveal who you are, and he's going to work on that. That's who he is. He works on it. We are in this world, and we inhabit stuff like pride and anger, and from all the things that we went through, from trauma and pain and all of that. And it makes us the monsters who did it. Well, not even the monsters who did it to us. It's not them. It's the enemy. We fighting against spirits and principalities, not people. Please keep that in mind. Spirits and principalities. So with that in mind, I think that we should understand that God does stuff for a reason, and every hardship, every triumph, every good thing, every bad thing is for your good. He used it all for your good. I cannot wait to tell my testimony on here, because he really like spews it all up. He gathers it all up, and he makes it into his will. It was always his will, you know, but sometimes we put ourselves through things. We self-induce things. So it's kind of like with this girl talk, I want y'all to be intentional about what you put yourself through, what you don't have to go through. Be mindful of that. The next point is trying new things. Girl, try new things. You need to find you a hobby. Figure out what you like, what you don't like. You have to figure out who you are. So for me, y'all, maybe a few days ago, yesterday I went to go ride horses. I never rode a horse before. I'm from Houston, Texas. Never rode a horse. I rode a horse yesterday. I went horseback riding. I have tried horseback riding. I've tried Pilates. You can do yoga, girl. Go to solid core. Knitting. I want to try knitting, painting, what is it, being a poet, like writing poems. You can write essays. Join a run club. I still haven't went, girl. Go to the gym. Try something new. Add something to your everyday schedule. Figure out who you are. Figure out what you like. And yeah, everybody deserves to know who they are. How do you show up in the world when you don't even know who you are? How do you be intentional and self-reflect with your interactions with other people if you're not even grounded and know who you are? So figure out who that is and show up as her. Show up as her unapologetically. Period. Routine, being productive. And I think that goes into going to the gym. Girl, go to the gym. God says that your body is a temple. Take care of your body. It doesn't have to be a certain shape or anything. Just take care of your body. Be intentional about the way you look. If something is making you insecure, change it. Change it. You have the power and the authority to change it. So use that power and authority and be productive. I think that goes into having skincare as well. When you wake up in the morning, don't just throw water on your face. I mean, if that's your self-care, then so be it. But get a skincare routine. Be intentional with moisturizing your face and your makeup and your blush. I love blush so much. Find out what you like, girl. Be productive and move. Drink that protein shake. Drink it. The last point, we're going to talk about intentional friendships. So with intentional friendships, do y'all know that verse says bad company corrupts good morals? And that, if God said it, it's true. It's so true. And I have seen that play out. So yes, really, I know that when I was younger, I know I didn't believe it. You are who you hang around. So the women that you hang around, do you want to continue to be in that space? Do you want to be the woman that you're showing up as around those women? What's the characteristics that you want your future self to be? What's the characteristics that you want to show up in the world? Do you want to be ambitious? Are you chasing after dreams? Are they chasing after dreams? You know what I'm saying? Because I know when I was in the world, the friend that was going outside, I was going outside with her. The friend that was at the kickback, I was at the kickbacks with her. The friend that was linking up with people smoking, I don't even smoke for real. But I didn't smoke when I was in the world, but I was doing it because I was conforming to what was cool. But I was doing it because that's who I was around. So if you want to be intentional and, like we have talked about in this video, show up as the light of the world, you have to be mindful of your friendships. And that's not saying, like, I know that it's some situations to where you've been friends with this girl or this guy for so long. But time does not like equate to relationship, you know? So people grow apart, and that's okay. Again, that goes with self-reflection. People grow apart. Maybe you're not that same girl or woman that you were when you were 16, when you were 20. You're older now, you know? Stuff changes. Stuff changes, and that is okay. Accept it, move with it, change with it. Like we're intentional with our men, we should be intentional with our friends. And I think that God has destiny helpers for all of us. So you pray a prayer and ask God, God, can you please send the destiny helpers that I need in my life? Remove the people in my life that are not conducive to my growth with you. Remove the people that are not conducive to the growth within myself. When you self-reflecting, you have to really be intentional about what emotions are in what environments, in what areas, and when do you feel these things? Is it when she is around? Is it when he is around? And if it's a parent, that applies as well. We have to take care of ourselves, okay? But yeah, girls, I think that is all. I pray that this video was so good and you enjoyed my girl talk. I love all y'all. I care about all y'all. Anybody who passes through this video, I love you. I adore you. We were made from the same God. I pray that you grow to be the woman that he has called you to be, because you have the authority to do it. So let's stop denying ourselves. Let's move, girl. Let's move and allow him to move. And yeah, I love you. Thank you for watching this video.